Hello students. So hope everyone is safe and healthy. So in this chapter we are going to learn about more on HTML, that is chapter 2. So here we are going to learn about the basics of HTML, div tags, list tags and different types of list. What are the types of the list available? Then type attribute of the unordered list and start and type attribute of the ordered list, and then definition list and nested list and tables in HTML. So all these topics will be covered in this chapter, that is more on HTML. So shall we start with the basics of HTML. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is a standard markup language for the documents designed to be displayed in a web browser. So hope you have seen a web page or a internet website. So all this will be written using HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language. So web browsers receive HTML documents from the web server or from the local storage and render the documents into multimedia web pages. So what are the advantages of HTML? Why we want to use this HTML? So it is easy to understand and supported on almost all the browsers. So whatever the browsers, web browsers, right? So one example is your Internet Explorer or a Google Chrome. So whatever you write the HTML document is almost all it's supported on all the web browsers. So very high flexible and widely used. It is very flexible. Effective presentations can be made, or we can make a website or a web page very attractive. Then HTML documents can be displayed on any platform such as Windows, Linux, Unix, etc. So it can be displayed. So anything modified, website need to be modified. So we need to check the HTML page. So this HTML page can be in any platform, that is it can be in a Windows platform or a Linux platform or a Unix platform. All these things are operating systems. So in other words, this HTML documents supports many operating system also. So basically HTML uses two things here. You got to learn here two things, that is one is the tags and the other thing is the attributes. So what are the two things in HTML? Is nothing but the tags and the attributes. So let us see what is HTML tag. The tag in an HTML command that indicates the layout or the display of a whole part of the web page. So tag is a HTML command. So basically what is a tag? It is a command that indicates the layout. Layout is how your web page has to come appear. So if you write the coding in HTML only, the web page will appear when you are going to save it and open in the web browser. It will appear as we have written the HTML code. So it is a command, so that you can give the command in such a order way so that our web page looks attractive. So tag always begins with the lesser and end with the greater sign. You can just see over here. The tags always begin with the lesser and ends with the greater. So each tag follows some specific rules and syntax. So the tag itself has some rules and syntax. You can't write the tag however you require. So you need to follow some HTML rules and syntax. Then tags comes in pair. Always the tags will be in pair. The first tag is the start tag and the second tag is the end tag. So another one more thing is, if it is closed like this, then it is a container tag. If it is closed only single, if you find a single tag, then it is a empty tag. If it not closed, then it is a empty tag. So what is a container tag? If you find a closed tag like this, then that is the container tag. And if you just give only the first tag, then it is empty tag. That's the structure of the HTML document. So HTML tags, it has head and the body. So for writing all the HTML programs, you are going to first give the head and the body. So head contains the information about the document, including the title. So what does the head contains? The information about the document, what you're going to do along with the title, and the body displays text, images, hyperlink, etc. Next, let us see the structure of a HTML document. So HTML comes first, then the head, then the title, and head is closed here. So please remember, once you have written once you start doing HTML document, first you are going to write HTML, then you are going to write head. Under heading, your title will come and you are going to close the title and heading also. Then you are going to open the body tag. Then you are going to make all the changes for your website, whatever your specifications is given. Then you are going to close the body tag as well as the HTML tag. So what happens is, whenever the computer sees this, it searches for the close tag. So once it get the close tag, then it executes the following program. So here also this HTML tag indicates this web page is written in the HTML. Next, head title of the web page. Title tag contains the web page title. Then head tag contains information about the web. Then body tag contains the content of the web page, and HTML marks the end of the web page. So this is the basic structure of the HTML document. Next, let us see some of the basic tags. That is horizontal tag. The HR tag in HTML stands for horizontal rule and is used to insert a horizontal rule or a thematic break in the HTML page to divide or separate document sections. So you can't write the website should look very attractive, so you can't write everything in a single page. Some breaks has to be there in the middle. So this can be given using the HR tag, and this HR tag is a empty tag. There is no closing. Next is line break tag, that is BR, then used to insert a single line break. Then there are some more tags here. HTML declares the web page, head tag delimits the page's head, then title tag defines the title, then body delimits the page body, then H bar N is delimits the N level of heading, then B is boldface, I is the italics, and C is the center. So these are some of the basic tags. There are still some more basic tags. So I have taken little bit tag, and I'll just continue with the next more in HTML. So please do learn what are all the basic tags. Actually this tags is learnt in the previous class. So I am just refreshing what is HTML. Next is font tag. So font tag was used in HTML4 to specify the font face, font size, and the color of the text. So you can see once again HTML head title, head is closed, that is heading is closed, body and HTML. HTML tags are not case sensitive. So they are not case sensitive because we can write in the uppercase letter, also the lowercase letter. Words enclosed in an angle brackets are the code tags. Codes or the tags. So it should be enclosed between the angle brackets. Now some of the things are there. Element, that is bold, B, then strong, then I italic, EM stands for emphasized text, mark text, small text, striked out text, U for underline, INS for insert text, then sub is for subscript, and SUP is for the superscript. Now let us come to this more on HTML div tag. The div tag defines a division or a section in a HTML document. The div tag is used as a container for the HTML elements. So there are three possible attributes of this div tag. So basically the div stands for the division or a section in an HTML. So basically if you want to divide any document, or if you want to divide the web page, you can use div tag, or if you want to create some sections, then you can use div tag. So there are three possible attributes: left, center, right, and the center. So left, obviously it will align or it will divide this thing towards the left, and the right alignment is towards the right, and center is it creates a section in the center. Next is the list tag. HTML offers web authors three ways of specifying list of the information. So how we are going to make a list? So it's very better, right, for making any website or a web page. So if you have a list, then it is easy for the easy for the users to browse the web and go to the particular thing. If you don't have a list, then it is difficult for the users to just search out for the information. So all the list must contain one or more list items. List may contain UL, that is unordered list. These items using the plain bullets. Ordered list, this you will use different schemes of numbers to list your items. Then the DL or definition list, this arranges your item in the same way as they are arranged in the dictionary. So there are three here. One is the unordered list, other one is the ordered list, and DL is the definition list. Next, HTML unordered list. So let us discuss about HTML unordered list. An unordered list is a collection of related items that have no special order or a sequence. So obviously the name says here, the unordered list is a collection of related items that have no special order. It need not be in a special order. It should start from 1 and it should start from A, nothing like that. Just the list is created using the bullets. The list is created using HTML tag, UL tag. So if you give UL tag, then it is unordered list. Each item in the list is marked with a bullet. So here no numbers are specified here. It is marked with the bullets. You know all the bullets. Bullets are nothing but the special characters. Then let us see some program. HTML head, title, HTML unordered list. Then head, body, UL. So li is for list, ul is for unordered list. So beetroot, ginger, potato, radish, and you are just closing ul, then body and HTML. So what is the output? You get beetroot, ginger, potato and radish with the with bullet sign. So the type attribute, you can use type attribute for ul tag to specify the type of the bullet you like. By default it is a disk. So type of the C have not given bullet here. So you need to specify the type here. So basically there are three types for this. One is the square, disk and the circle. So UL type is equal to square, you get the square bullet, and UL type is equal to disk, you get a that is a dotted that is a dot, and circle is inside, nothing will be there, just a circle. So you can just see here I have given square. So this is the square, you have got the square bullets. So again same UL type is equal to square, it's given. So you got the square bullets. Now let us learn about HTML ordered list. If you are required to put your items in the numbered list instead of bulleted, then use the ordered list. So if I don't want any bullet list, I want the number list. It should be in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I should do? I should do the HTML ordered list. This list is created using OL tag. The earlier one was created using UL tag, and this one is created using OL tag. The numbering starts at 1 and it incremented by 1 after each successive ordered list element tagged with li. Li stands for list. So the number starts at 1 and its increment 1 by 1. Successive ordered list tagged with li. So in the HTML head, ordered list, then body OL is ordered list, li beetroot li. So what happens is it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this, you can just find the difference between this and this. Next, ordered list tag supports two attributes basically. So unordered supports only one attribute, that is the type, and here ordered list support two attributes, that is the type and the start. So the type attribute, you can use type attribute for OL to specify the type of the numbering you like. Like what type of numbering I should do. By default it is a number. Following are the possible options. OL type is equal to 1, it starts from 1. Then OL type is equal to Roman number 1, uppercase numerals. OL type is equal to I lowercase numeral. OL type is equal to A uppercase letter. OL type is equal to A smaller case, that is lowercase letter. Following is an example where we used OL type is equal to I. So that is smaller lowercase numerals. So you can just see the poem. OL type is equal to I have given. So what it starts with from the smaller case numerals. Next, start attribute. You can use start attributes in the OL tag, that is ordered list tag, to specify the starting point of the numbering you know. So why we use this start attribute? So OL tab is equal to 1, start is equal to 4. Numeral starts with 4. So it starts from 4, 5, 6 and 7, not from 1, 2, 3, 4. So this type is 1. So 1 is the numeral. So it should start from 4, 5, 6, 7 like this. So OL type is equal to Roman numeral 1, starts is equal to 4. That is, it should start from Roman numeral 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. It should not start from Roman numeral 1. Hope you understood this. What is the difference between the start attribute and the type attribute? Next is HTML definition list. HTML and XHTML supports the list style which is called as definition list, where entries are listed in a dictionary or an encyclopedia. So it is nothing but the definition list are the entries which are there in the form of the in this dictionary. How it will be, it starts from the alphabetical order A and it ends with the alphabetical order Z. And inside also it starts with the smaller case A, then it goes to the Z. Similarly, then inside also A, smaller case A, and then so it will be like A B, A C, A D. So similarly, the way the definition list can be done, it looks like a dictionary or a encyclopedia. So definition list make the following. There are three tags in the definition list. One is definition start of the list, defines DL is the defines the start of the list, DT is a term, DD is a term definition, and DL defines the end of the list. So you can just see here HTML head, title HTML definition list, then head, body, DL. So here it starts DL, DT, bold, HTML. This stands for hypertext markup language. So this stands for hypertext markup. Then comes HTTP. So first is HTML, next is HTTP. You can just see the difference over there. It looks like a dictionary. So first is HTML, then next comes HTTP. So this stands for hypertext transfer protocol. Nested list. The list within the list is called as nested list. So HTML body nested list. You can just see the output. List can be nested. Coffee, tea, then black tea, green tea, and milk. So there is a two list here. One is coffee list and tea list. Inside the tea list there are two, that is black tea or green tea. Which one do you prefer? So then in coffee also it can be a black coffee or any other types, cappuccino or something like that. So this is list, and the list is called as nested list. Next, let us come to the tables in HTML. In HTML table, the HTML table allow web authors to arrange data like text, images, links, and other tables into rows and columns. So whenever the tables comes, first thing that get flashed into our mind is it is formed of row and columns. So if there is row and columns, then it forms a table. So the HTML table allows the user to arrange data or text or image, anything in the form of rows and columns. So HTML tables are created using the table tag. So if you want to create a table, first it should be table tag, in which TR tag is used to create the table rows and TD tag is used to create the data cells. TD is inside the data, that is the column. The elements under the TD are the regular left aligned by default. So here one program is there, HTML tables, HTML border is equal to 1. First is TR, the row will come first. First is TD, row 1, column 1, next TD is closed, then again column 2, row 1, column 2, then row 2, column 1, row 2, column 2. Like this the tables are going to create. First the row will come, then the row is closed, table is closed, then the HTML body is closed and the HTML is closed. So next let us see the table heading. Table heading can be defined using the TH tag. The name itself tells you TH is nothing but table heading. The tag will put you to replace TD tag, which is used to represent the actual data cell. Normally you will put your top of the row as the table heading as shown below. Otherwise you can use TH element in any row. Headings are defined with TH tag and bold by default. You know heading. So whenever the table is there, there will be a heading. So normally the first row will be the heading row. So one example is given here. First is name and salary. You can see the output also. So first is table name, that is TH, it's given here. TH is the name and TH is the salary. So next it starts with TD. TD is the data inside. You can just see in this image TR row is created like TD Ramesh Raman. This is the first row, Ramesh Raman, and salary is 5,000. And this is the second row, Shabir Hussain, and salary is 7,000. So this name and salary is represented using TH, that is table heading, and this row it's first created with TR and then TD table data, and then this is TR with table data, that is Shabir Hussain and 700. So like that you can go on, keep on creating the table. Now let us see one more, cell padding and the cell spacing. So there are two attributes called as cell padding and cell spacing, which you will use to adjust the white space in your table cells. The cell spacing attributes define the space between the table cells, while cell padding represents the distance between the cell borders in the content in the cell. So our first is cell spacing. Attributes define space between the table cells, while cell padding represents the distance between the cell borders and the content. So this is defines space between the table cells. So what should be the space between the table cells? If there are two tables like this, what is the space between the two table cells represented by the cell spacing? What is cell padding then? How much this is, if you think this is the border of the table, then what should be the space between this and the data and the border represents the cell padding. Hope you understood the concept here. So if what is cell spacing is the difference between the two cells, and what is cell padding is the difference between the border of the table and the data. Next, let us column span and row span attributes. So if you use the col span attribute, if you want to merge two or more columns into a single column. Similarly, the way you can use row span if you want to merge two or more rows. So example is given here. What is column span? To merge two or more columns, and what is row span? To merge two or more rows. Next, let us see the table background. You can start the table background using one of the following two ways. That is BG color, background color. You can set the background color of the whole table or just for one cell. Then background attribute, you can set the background image for the whole table or only for the one cell. So there are two options here. One is BG color, which is going to set the background color. Please find the difference here. What is BG color? Background color. What is background attribute is that you are going to create a background image, whereas first one you are going to just create a color, and here you are going to create a background image for whole table. You can set borders also, that is border color attribute. For a table there are three things. One is to change the color of the table, and the other one is to add any image of the table. Third is to create and give any border to the table. So this completes our more on HTML chapter 2. So if you have any doubts, please do share in the WhatsApp. Please complete all the previous activities given. Please submit in the group. Thank you. Be safe and healthy.